Page 91. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Talk about mortifying. Li Bufan was so embarrassed, he wished the ground would swallow him whole. He just wanted to hang up and disappear. What a joke. Unbelievable. Li Bufan was stunned, collapsing onto the ground, his eyes wide with disbelief. No way. It can't be. How could it not be my dad? Officer Jiang. Who is Officer Jiang? That the other students exchanged confused glances. There was only one person they knew with that last name. Could it be Jiang Chen? The name exploded in their minds. Yang Yi's face lit up. It's Jiang Chen. It has to be Jiang Chen. I can't believe Jiang Chen's a cop now. And so hot. Where is he? Where's Jiang Chen? Yang Disheng smiled with pride. He never had children of his own, and Jiang Chen had always been the most exceptional student. After spending 3 years together, day in and day out, he'd come to think of him as a son. Hearing that Jiang Chen had become a detective filled him with pride. Jiang Chen, it was Jiang Chen. He saved me. The students were buzzing now, especially the girls, who were all aflutter. Wow! Jiang Chen is so awesome and handsome. I know, right? I thought he was super cute in high school. I never imagined he'd become a detective. Sounds like he's pretty high up, too. So cool. A cop. I have a thing for cops. Jiang Chen is not only good-looking but a total badass. I'm in love, totally in love. Yang Yi sensed some competition. This wouldn't do. Jiang Chen was hers. Li Bufan was completely ignored. What a lonely life. Pathetic. No one cared about his embarrassment. Off to the side, Li Minghui, who had been quiet until now, figured he needed to say something. He needed to remind everyone he was there. Li Minghui paused dramatically. Actually, Jiang Chen's doing bigger things than you guys can even imagine. He's not just a cop. Page 92. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Still showing off. Just kidding. Lu Yan's face lit up with gratitude. She rushed over and grabbed Jiang Chen's hand. Thank you, Jiang Chen, thank you for getting Lao Yang out on bail. It'll save him a lot of grief. Yang Disheng, a man of his stature, didn't show his emotions so readily, but his eyes were shining with pure joy and surprise. My best student really made something of himself. He felt relieved and incredibly proud. His judgment was spot on. Seeing Jiang Chen back, Yang Yi ran up and gave him a bear hug, clinging to him like glue. Jiang Chen, you're back. I missed you so much. Her bright, sparkling eyes looked up at his handsome face, glistening with tears. Thank you for saving Dad. You're amazing. I'm your biggest fan now. I'll follow you anywhere. Then she snuggled into his arms. Yang Disheng smiled, relieved. If he actually had to go to jail, with Jiang Chen around, at least someone would look out for his daughter. Lu Yan stayed quiet this time, letting the young people have their moment. Oh, to be young again. Having been there, she recognized the look in her daughter's eyes for Jiang Chen. It was way more than just brotherly affection. Jiang Chen patted Yang Yi's head. All right, if you're my follower, how are you ever going to get married? Doesn't matter. I'm sticking with you. Yang Yi just held on tighter. She smelled so good, like sunshine and flowers, and felt so soft. He'd be lying if he said he wasn't a little affected, but Jiang Chen knew his limits. She was still young and innocent. Gently, he peeled her off him and smiled. Come on, I need to talk to you. Jiang Chen led Yang Yi outside. Give me your bank card number. Okay. Yang Yi rattled off the digits. Things were tight for the family right now, still owing over 10 grand. She thought of Jiang Chen as family. Being all formal would just feel weird. Jiang Chen punched in a number. Ding. Your account ending in 8562 has received a transfer of $150 million. Your new balance is... Whoa. $150 million bucks. Jiang Chen just gave us $150 million. Yang Yi's eyes went wide, and she almost screamed. Shoo! Jiang Chen put a finger to her lips. This is from my dad. Well, it's for your dad. He's not doing so great, and he's been locked up too long. Let him chill for a while. Come visit me in DC in a few days. I'll have the lawyer take care of everything. Knowing Yang's personality, if he gave it to him directly, he'd probably refuse, so he took a different approach and gave it to Yang Yi. That way, Yang couldn't say no. They were together every day for 3 years of high school. Their teacher-student bond was practically family. It was time for him to pay it forward. Okay. Yang Yi nodded, her eyes sparkling with affection. Meanwhile, seeing the beautiful girl throw herself into Jiang Chen's arms, Li Bufan gnashed his teeth, overcome with envy and resentment. He'd been waiting for an opportunity. And now, his eyes lit up. Bingo. This was his chance. The perfect moment to discredit Jiang Chen. Mr. Yang, what's the deal? Jiang Chen cares more about those kids' personal stuff than your case. Doesn't he realize you're still in a lawsuit? Li Bufan put on a righteous face. Mr. Yang, Jiang Chen doesn't care about you, but I do. I'll hire you a lawyer. I'll never forget your kindness. Unlike Jiang Chen, who only got you out on bail to get in good with Yi. I, Li Bufan, would never stoop that low. Mr. Yang, here's a little something from me. There's $6 in it. You gotta take it. The password is 6/8. Li Bufan pulled out a bank card. Yang immediately refused. Fan, no. I can't take your money. Li Bufan kept pushing. Mr. Yang, please, you gotta. I know you've been spending a fortune on this lawsuit and you're in debt. This is just a small token of my appreciation. Li Bufan grinned, knowing he'd played his hand perfectly. Page 93. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This calculated move was not only meant to showcase his supposed righteousness but also to put Jiang Chen in his place. Any money Jiang Chen offered would just look like a guilty conscience, proving he only bailed out teacher Yang to get in Yang Yi's good graces. The whole thing was just for show. Lu Yan, being a woman, still had some reservations. Peeking outside, she saw Jiang Chen and Yang Yi laughing and couldn't help but get suspicious. If Li Bufan was right about Jiang Chen, what would she do? Plus, Yang Disheng was out on bail and due back in court in a week. This 150K was a real lifesaver. She was so broke she couldn't even afford the next stage of the lawsuit. She didn't have time to worry about anything else. She snatched the bank card and said with a forced smile, Lao Yang, this is Bufan's kindness. Let's take it. Li Bufan smirked, a cold glint in his eyes. This asterisk is what I'm talking about. He thought to himself, I'm practically a genius. You think you can outsmart me, Jiang Chen? Think again, star. Just then, Yang Yi returned, clinging to Jiang Chen's arm. Mom, what's going on? Chapter 49, I really don't want to be that guy. Jiang Chen. Perfect timing. Li Bufan, playing the wrong hero, said indignantly, I can't believe you're so callous. You bail teacher Yang out and then just focus on hooking up with your classmate. Don't you know he's still facing charges? Jiang Chen looked surprised. I know that. Ha! Li Bufan scoffed. You clearly don't care. I know a lawyer in DC who can get teacher Yang's sentence reduced to 3 years. 3 years. That still meant jail time. Jiang Chen frowned. 3 years is too long. I want him exonerated. Ha! Li Bufan laughed derisively. Acquitted? Please. What lawyer is going to pull that off? Li Minghui, suddenly inspired, blurted out, I know. There's Wang, from Quan Law Firm in DC. He's got a perfect record. He could do it. The students started whispering. Wait, Wang Quan, from Quan Law Firm. Isn't that the guy with the 14-year winning streak? Yeah, but his fees are insane. We're talking tens of millions. And it's not just the money. You need connections just to get him to take your case. There's no way we can get him on this. As far as they were concerned, Mr. Yang couldn't afford that kind of money. Li Bufan's offer to get the sentence reduced to 3 years was about the best they could hope for. Hearing this, Li Bufan couldn't contain his smugness. Jiang Chen, so you're a cop, so you drive a fancy car. What about tens of millions? Can you cover Wang Quan's fee with that? He sneered. This is just a smokescreen, isn't it? A desperate attempt to hide your real motive. Li Minghui, sensing the tension, tried to smooth things over. Hey, Bufan, easy now. Jiang Chen helped get teacher Yang released, right? Li Bufan's face darkened, he remembered his father's refusal to post bail, and he felt humiliated. Why do you have to bring that up? He snapped back, Minghui, can't you see what's happening here? All Jiang Chen cares about is Yang Yi. His words had an immediate effect on the students, it made sense. Why else would Jiang Chen be so eager to whisk Yang Yi away? The students looked at Jiang Chen with suspicion. Jiang Chen shook his head in exasperation. Do I really have to explain myself to this guy? Jiang Chen was usually pretty easygoing, but Yang Yi wasn't about to let Li Bufan get away with this. She knew he was twisting the truth. Li Bufan, that's enough. Yang Yi stepped forward, fiercely defending Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen cares deeply about Dad's case. He gave Dad 150K as soon as he left. He's not the person you're making him out to be. What? Li Bufan scoffed, thinking she was trying to cover for Jiang Chen. You think I believe that? He looked at the others. Do you? $150,000. I don't believe Jiang Chen just left for that. The students remained silent, not wanting to take a side. Yang Yi pulled out her phone and showed everyone the text message from the bank. Everyone saw it. Page 94. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million. Holy cow. It really is $150 million. Wow, we totally misjudged Jiang Chen. He really treats Mr. Yang like family. Exactly. Li Bufan's been bad-mouthing Jiang Chen, almost made us believe him. Jiang Chen is too generous, just handed over $150 million like that. Mr. Yang is saved. The students were blown away. We're talking serious money here. Mr. Yang can take all the time he needs to recover, and then hire a killer lawyer. Damn it. Li Bufan was seething. His face felt like it was on fire. My plan backfired again. I lost. He couldn't believe Jiang Chen actually coughed up $150 million. Was my $20 a complete waste? He turned to face his classmates, and it made him furious all over again. What a bunch of spineless jellyfish. When I was going after Jiang Chen, not one of you said a word in his defense. $150 million, sure, you can get a decent lawyer, but there's no guarantee of an acquittal. Let's be real, in this whole city, only Wang Quan, that top-tier lawyer, could guarantee that, but how likely is that? Okay, Jiang Chen is doing well, but is he really going to spend tens of millions to get Wang Quan to take the case? No way. Li Bufan started to cool down, determined to expose Jiang Chen's phony act. Hey guys. Don't fall for Jiang Chen's act. Li Bufan sneered, raising his voice, that $150 million is probably just a gift for his girlfriend. Jiang Chen just said he was certain Mr. Yang would get off. Jiang Chen smiled faintly, and your point is, Li Bufan laughed, I want you to prove it to us. So you don't fool everyone here. I'm going to expose your true colors in front of everyone. Back in the waiting room, the air was thick with tension. Yang Disheng looked at Jiang Chen, trusting him completely. But being acquitted was a pipe dream. Plus, Jiang Chen had already given him $150 million. Was he really going to go broke spending millions more on a lawyer to get him off the hook? It's not worth it. Yang Disheng smiled gratefully and said, Jiang Chen, I know how much you care. I'm old news. It's not worth spending that kind of money on me. It is, Jiang Chen said firmly, you're innocent, why should you go to jail? No matter what it takes, I'll get you out of this. Li Bufan scoffed, easy to say. But can you back it up? Let's see you put your money where your mouth is. What a loser. Okay. I'll help you out. Jiang Chen shook his head, smiling. I've never had anyone ask me that before. He dialed the Attorney General's office, beep, beep, star, the call connected, Zhang Heng answered, hello. Who's this? It's me, Jiang Chen. Zhang Heng's eyes lit up, Jiang Chen. Mr. Jiang Chen, yeah, I'm in a little bind. Could I bother Wang Quan in your office to take on a case? Zhang Heng was ecstatic. This was the perfect opportunity to shine. Absolutely, hold on. Zhang Heng covered the receiver and quickly told his secretary, go. Get Wang Quan, quick, quick. Soon, Wang Quan arrived. Zhang Heng instructed him, Wang Quan, it's Mr. Jiang Chen on the line. Treat him right, don't screw this up. Relax, Lao Heng, I got this. Wang Quan picked up the phone and said respectfully, hello, Mr. Jiang, Wang Quan from Quan Law Firm. What's the trouble? Jiang Chen briefly explained Mr. Yang's case, emphasizing that he needed an acquittal. Wang Quan wasn't fazed. Oh. Piece of cake. Is that all, Mr. Jiang? Jiang Chen, yeah, that's all. No problem, right? The trial's next week. Wang Quan, of course, Mr. Jiang, your wish is my command. But you should come by the office a few times beforehand. I'll have my client brief me on the details, and we'll take it from there. Great, thanks in advance. Dinner's on me later. Jiang Chen hung up. Everyone was speechless. Page 95. You are listening at novelfull.audio. All eyes snapped to Jiang Chen. I was floored. He's got this. Who is this Jiang Chen? He just calls the director of Quan Law Firm, like it's no big deal. One phone call and Wang Quan himself takes over the case, waiving all legal fees and treating Jiang Chen with total respect. Is Jiang Chen secretly a big shot or something? Yang Yi's eyes sparkled. She squeezed Jiang Chen's hand. Chen, you're amazing. You got lawyer Wang to help with just a few words. You really are Dad's best student. That the other student stared at Jiang Chen, shocked and impressed. Wow. Jiang Chen is on another level. He charmed lawyer Wang with just a few words. Jiang Chen, you sly dog. That was awesome. Jiang Chen's the real deal, that's for sure. Li Minghui looked pleased, like he'd known it all along. I told you, Jiang Chen's got power you can't even imagine. Jiang Chen glanced at Li Bufan, shrugged, and said with a calm smile, happy now? Li Bufan was stunned, in disbelief. No way. This isn't happening. It's fake. That phone call was fake. Wang Quan's a fake too. He could barely stand. Suddenly, his vision blurred, his blood sugar crashed, and he went white as a sheet. He slumped into a chair, eyes glazed over. It was like he'd seen a ghost. Jiang Chen was terrifying. He never wanted to see him again. The other students, oblivious to Li Bufan's distress, piled on. Li Bufan, you're talking trash about Jiang Chen. He already proved it with the phone call. Still don't believe it. Yeah, you can't just make stuff up like that. Exactly. Jiang Chen's a cop and owns a company. Of course he knows Wang Quan. You're just jealous. Li Bufan made a gurgling sound, his head lolled, and he passed out on the floor. Bufan, what are you doing? Don't just fall asleep here. Hello. You okay? A female classmate looked confused. He just crashed. I'm so jealous. I have insomnia all the time. Jiang Chen was speechless. He might have actually fainted from the shock. Girl, get a grip. The female classmate was clearly taken aback. He fainted. What do we do? Should we call the cops? That everyone rolled their eyes. Lady. They were at the police station. Call 911. Jiang Chen suggested. Li Bufan was annoying, but they couldn't just leave him there. Li Minghui picked up his phone. I'll call. Suddenly. Whoosh! Li Bufan jumped up and bolted. Everyone was dumbfounded. Jiang Chen, degree, huh? Li Minghui's phone slipped from his hand and his jaw nearly hit the floor. The clueless female classmate. Did he come back to life? Teacher Yang and his wife. Yang Yi seized the chance to cling to Jiang Chen's arm, her curves pressing against him. Jiang Chen, I'm so scared. That guy's too aggressive. Li Bufan, now running for his life, finally breathed a sigh of relief. Phew. Damn. Good thing I'm a decent actor, or that would have been embarrassing. Jiang Chen's too scary. I'm no match for him. Oh man, that was close. Next time, I'm picking on someone easier. To avoid any misunderstanding, Li Bufan posted in the group chat, my girl's about to pop. Gotta go home, and then hightailed it home. As the saying goes, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. With Jiang Chen around, this would-be big shot, Li Bufan, had no choice but to back down. Call it, discretion. Page 96. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the waiting room, a student, catching the news about Li Bufan in the group chat, exclaimed, wow. Li Bufan's really attached to his dog. He went back to help her deliver. Li Minghui chuckled, hope it's the dog that's giving birth and not him. Mic drop. That line killed. Everyone burst out laughing. After Li Bufan took off, the atmosphere relaxed. The whole group headed to a restaurant to treat Teacher Yang. IKEA restaurant. Teacher Yang, riding high on a good day, threw back a few drinks. A few rounds later, outside their private room on the second floor, Yang Disheng gripped Jiang Chen's hand, beaming. Jiang Chen, I can't thank you enough. If it weren't for you, I'd still be stuck in the slammer. Seeing you doing so well makes me so happy. You've helped me so much, I don't know how to repay you. Jiang Chen felt a wave of warmth. Teacher, don't even sweat it. I practically lived at your house in high school, ate you out of house and home. It's my turn to pay you back. Relax, don't give it a second thought. Well, I'll remember that. Yang Disheng grinned. Jiang Chen, what do you think of E? She'd definitely grown into a stone-cold fox. A total dime piece. But she was barely legal. Would messing around with her make him a creep? Jiang Chen stalled. E's a very good girl. Yang Disheng shook his head. That's not what I meant. Jiang Chen played dumb. I know. I've always thought of E and your wife as family. Oh. Okay, let's head back in. Yang Disheng sighed, struggling with how to say what he was thinking. As a dad, he just wanted his daughter to be safe in the future. E was naive and sheltered from the world. He worried that she'd get burned. Jiang Chen was the only one he trusted, and she wasn't a little kid anymore. It wasn't like he couldn't see how she felt. They started to head back, right then. Bang! A loud crash came from downstairs. Jiang Chen peered over and saw Li Minghui locked in a showdown with some guy from the main dining room. A shirtless bruiser had Li Minghui by the collar, looking murderous. What's your problem, punk? You got a death wish, hitting on Lingxie right in front of us. A couple of other muscleheads piled on. You're asking for a beatdown. You ain't walking out of here tonight. We run this joint. The situation turned ugly fast. Other diners rubbernecked, hoping for blood. That guy's toast. Who doesn't want to hit on Lingxie? He's dead meat. Ha! This is gonna be good. Someone get this on video. Just then, a straight-up goddess, you could feel the aura coming off her, sashayed towards Li Minghui, working the walk like she was on a runway, 5'8", with a bubble butt, crop top, Daisy Dukes, and legs for days. The woman had the perfect figure, all curves in the right places, plus, she had this icy queen vibe. Her eyes were magnetic, real bedroom eyes, she was a solid 9, make that a 9.5, in the looks department, and her body? A 10, this was the Lingxia the shirtless guy had been talking about. Li Minghui, juiced up on liquid courage, had spotted the smoke show and tried to spit some game. The shirtless dude jumped out as soon as he opened his mouth. The shirtless guy snapped to attention when he saw Lingxia. Lingxia, what do you want to do with this clown? Lingxia smiled, all sugar and spice, but said with a chill, hold him down. Cut off a couple of fingers and let him go. Li Minghui pissed himself right then and there. Sober as a judge, he started bawling and begging, no. Please. I messed up. I swear. Miss. Dude. I take it back, Lingxia chuckled, clicking her tongue. TSK, TSK. Didn't peg you for such a tough guy. Who, get it done. The shirtless dude, who, heard the order and pinned Li Minghui's hand to the table. Terror twisted Li Minghui's face. He was shaking like a leaf. Don't cut off my fingers. Please. Help me. Page 97. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The shirtless guy's dagger was raised, then stopped abruptly. Hold it, everyone turned to see a ridiculously handsome young man with an undeniable presence. Li Minghui, seeing a glimmer of hope, yelled, Chen. Save me. They're gonna chop off my hand. Chapter 51, Jiang Chen's skills shock everyone. Jiang Chen's gaze was cool as he surveyed the scene. He turned on the charm, a masterclass in acting. He stood his ground, with practiced ease. He pulled a cigarette from his case, flipped it up, and it landed perfectly in his mouth. He then produced a gold Zippo lighter, worth a pretty penny. Click, flame on. Pure swagger. He exhaled a plume of smoke, a smirk playing on his lips, and addressed Lingxia and her crew. You gotta ask the owner before you kick the dog. You wanna chop off my boy's hand? Did you even bother to ask? The room went dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. Lingxia sized up the young man, roughly her age, and felt a shiver crawl down her spine. This oppressive aura was something new, and he was alone, facing 5 of them. Where did he get off feeling so confident? Could this be some high roller with connections? The shirtless guy stammered, Who are you? Jiang Chen scoffed, you're kidding, right? You don't know who I am. How about Wang Hailong from Liancheng? Ring any bells? They exchanged blank stares. They didn't recognize the young man, but everyone knew Wang Hailong, Liancheng's own brother Long, infamous for his dirty deeds, especially Lingxia. She had a blood feud with him. Wang Hailong had broken both of her brother's legs, and he was still recovering in Mingda Hospital, but then, just a month ago, Wang Hailong got into a brawl and ended up dead. It was a cause for celebration. Could this guy be one of Wang Hailong's boys? Lingxia's face hardened. You knew Wang Hailong. Knew him. More than that. Jiang Chen's voice evened out, let me tell you a story. There was this guy who crossed me once. He ended up dead. Short, sweet, and to the point, Jiang Chen's tone was ice, sending shivers down their spines. Over 100 people at a dozen tables felt a chill crawl from their feet to the back of their necks. Lingxia's eyes went wide, pupils shrinking, so it was him. He'd killed Wang Hailong. She hated Wang Hailong, but her brother needed her, so she hadn't had time to dwell on revenge. And this pretty boy had actually taken care of it for her. Did that mean she owed him? Lingxia's eyes flickered. She gave a cold smile. I'll let that slide. But your friend insulted me. How are you gonna handle that? Li Minghui immediately whined, Chen. I was drunk. It was just some drunken flirting. I didn't mean anything by it. Jiang Chen glared at him. You useless idiot. Can't you do anything right? I know, Chen. I screwed up. It won't happen again, I swear. Li Minghui knew Jiang Chen was trying to help, so he quickly groveled. Actually, I don't think it was your fault. Jiang Chen said casually, then walked towards Lingxia and suddenly pulled her into a tight embrace. Everyone was stunned. Lingxia's waist was locked in his grip, and she smelled faintly of expensive Dior perfume. They stared into each other's eyes, and Ling Xie was caught off guard. She never expected him to be so bold. Only this close could she see how good-looking this guy really was, sharp features, a perfect face. And that playful smirk, Ling Xie had to admit, this was the first time in her 25 years that she'd felt this, fluttery. She was speechless, he was so close, his breath warm on her skin, tickling her ear, and her body felt weak, this feeling. It was annoying, but she kinda liked it. Like something out of a dream, Jiang Chen took in Ling Xie's face, her normally cold features now flushed with a delicate red, making her skin glow. He had to admit he'd underestimated this woman's beauty. Page 98. You are listening at novelfull.audio. If she dressed normally, she'd be a stone-cold fox, no doubt about it. She's hotter than any girl I've ever met, and her figure? Smoking. They locked eyes for a solid 5 seconds. Jiang Chen smirked. Damn, you're gorgeous. Can you blame a guy for being tempted? So, it's my fault for being hot. Ling Scorpion was speechless, her heart hammering in her chest. She'd always been tough, a martial artist, but in that moment, she felt totally defenseless against him. What the hell? Had he put some kind of spell on her, leaving her frozen? Just then, Tiger burst in, shouting, shattering the charged atmosphere. Hey! Let go of my sister, Ling Xie. Jiang Chen chuckled and released Ling Scorpion. Tiger. He looks like he's barely going through the motions of protesting. Ling Scorpion's face burned, and she asked, trying to sound icy, what's your name? Not that I really care, but I can't just let you go for nothing. Who suddenly gulped, sweating bullets. Oh crap. Miss Ling Scorpion. You're blowing our cover. Jiang Chen said calmly, name's Jiang Chen. If you're ever in Dragon City, the capital, look me up. Jiang Chen. I'll remember that. Ling Scorpion waved her hand, ordering, Tiger, let him go. Li Minghui immediately scurried away, pants probably half wet. Jiang Chen snapped his fingers. Waiter, the waiter jumped, practically crawling over. Mr. Jiang, what can I do for you? I'm picking up the tab for everyone here. And forget everything you heard about Wang Hailong tonight, or you'll end up just like him. Jiang Chen waved his hand, casually handed over his bank card, and said, don't make me bring the heat from the capital down on you. I don't want a bloodbath. The entire crowd of 100+ went silent. The hall was dead quiet. The waiter swallowed hard. Mr. Jiang, our boss is gone. He'll cover everyone's drinks tonight. Alright, I'll give you that much. Jiang Chen said coldly, gave Ling Scorpion one last look, then turned and left with Li Minghui. Jiang Chen was surprised to detect a sense of innocence from Ling Xie. He'd figured she'd be the type whose private life was a train wreck, but when he held her, that's when Jiang Chen realized you can't judge a book by its cover. Her bad girl act was just a disguise, while some women who look all prim and proper are the worst of the lot. Barely half a minute after Jiang Chen left, the hall erupted in chatter. Dude! That guy's got serious swagger. This Jiang Chen is so gorgeous. That power, you can't fake that. That terrifying vibe reminds me of Su Chong from Shanghai. That's insane. I was in shock, didn't even dare breathe. That pressure, that presence, my hands are still shaking. It's crazy. Now I know what real intimidation is. I wish I could be his right-hand man. Following him would be epic. Me too, but I'm not worthy. I couldn't even carry his shoes. And did you see the watch on his wrist? A Patek Philippe worth millions. Yeah, rich, powerful, and respected. Unreal. Out on the street at night, Ling Scorpion couldn't hide a hint of sadness, who couldn't help asking, Sis Ling Xie, what's on your mind? Ling Xie said, I was thinking. I really should go to Dragon City. Who rummaged in his wallet, quickly pulled out a stack of cash, maybe 10 grand, and handed it to Ling Xie. Sis Ling Xie, take this. Wu's going to need a lot for his treatment, and things aren't easy for you. Wu is Ling Xie's younger brother, who was currently receiving treatment at Mingda Hospital in the imperial capital after Wang Hailong broke his legs, Ling Scorpion, and who usually scraped by working security gigs, and they barely made enough to get by. Ling Xie declined, smiling. No need, Hu. Sis has got it covered. You keep it for yourself. Chapter 52 Reward a Koenigsegg 1:1. Fortune favors the bold. That was a rush. Page 99. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Chen sighed in relief, glad he'd pulled off that escape with his Oscar-worthy acting. Li Minghui was seriously impressed. Dude, Chen, you were awesome back there. Freaking awesome. You totally threw those guys for a loop. You're my hero, man. From now on, I, Li Minghui, am riding your coattails, Chen. Seriously, Li Minghui was hyped. Chen had saved his butt. Things weren't going great at work, so hanging with Chen would be a dream. Okay. Jiang Chen glanced at him. Go change your pants first. Gotta toughen up, man. Li Minghui burst out laughing. Ha, lesson learned, Chen, *ding, *hidden event activated. Sign in successful. Reward, Koenigsegg 1:1 in silver. Only 6 in the world. Valued at $10,000,000.00. Delivery method, door-to-door delivery. Jiang Chen's eyes widened, holy crap. This was a special event with rewards. A Koenigsegg. Worth $10 million. Jiang Chen pulled out his phone and searched. The car's design was as sharp and aggressive as a razor, and it was insanely fast. Widely considered the ultimate supercar. Looks like my Lamborghini Venom's gonna be gathering dust for a bit. Lamborghini Venom, wah, I'm yesterday's news, but home delivery. They're gonna drop it off at my place, right? They spent the night in Liancheng. The next day, Jiang Chen and Li Minghui were heading back to Dragon City. A Lamborghini Venom was parked on the side of the road. Yang Yi, teacher Yang and his wife, and 4 classmates all came to see them off. Yang Yi held Jiang Chen's hand, her eyes red and watery. Chen, we're gonna come visit you in Dragon City. Jiang Chen gently ruffled her hair. Hey, it's okay. It's not like you'll never see me again, silly. Why are you crying? I can't help it. It feels like I only get to see you once in a blue moon. Yang Yi was getting more and more emotional and hugged Jiang Chen. She snuggled into him. Yang Yi was built well, and he was comfy holding her, so Jiang Chen just let her hug him for a while. Just then, a big rig lumbered up, and the jaws of the bystanders dropped. They exclaimed. Holy sh*t. Holy crap. No way. The car on that truck. A Koenigsegg 1:1. $10 million. Damn. Whose is it? No freaking way. It is a Koenigsegg. Who's got that kind of money? As they looked away from the rig, a bunch of people whipped out their phones to take pictures, until the truck stopped right next to another top-tier supercar, the Lamborghini Venom. Hisses. A dozen or more people taking pictures all gasped. What the hell? Holy crap. 2 of the world's top supercars. One is worth $8 million. The other is worth $10 million. These are the most limited editions of the world. OMG, Li Minghui was stunned. Chen, is that other car yours too? Jiang Chen was also a little dazed. So that's what they meant by home delivery. The big rig driver stopped, unloaded the Koenigsegg 1:1, and walked toward Jiang Chen with the key. Mr. Jiang, this is the Koenigsegg 1:1 you ordered. Jiang Chen took it. Everyone was dumbfounded. Sigma, degree winky face. Get out. I can't believe it. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? 2 luxury cars. That's $18 million combined. You can have the money and still not be able to buy them. Take a picture. This is a car you'll never see again in your lifetime. Page 100. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Chen's classmates were all staring, jaws dropped. I thought seeing Jiang Chen's Lamborghini Poison yesterday was crazy, but now there's another one. Gotta get this on my Insta story, stat. My classmate, this baller, actually owns two of the world's rarest supercars. Mind blown. Jiang Chen tossed the Poison's keys to Li Minghui. You take this one back. I'll drive the new one. Li Minghui was beyond stoked, practically bowing at Jiang Chen's feet. Bro, no cap, you're too damn awesome. I'm your ride or die, Chen. The girls were losing it, hearts all aflutter. Ugh, wish I was from Dragon City. I want a ride in a supercar, too. So jealous. If Jiang Chen was my boyfriend. If I looked like I'd be all over Jiang Chen. Okay, I can't even, I think my ovaries just exploded. Gotta bounce. Next time your teacher and wife come along, I'll take you for a spin. Jiang Chen clicked the key, the Koenigsegg's headlights were like diamonds in the night. The whole car was a bullet on wheels, unstoppable, the wing doors rose like mechanical armor, so cool. Freaking cool. Epic. After waving goodbye, Jiang Chen slid into the Koenigsegg 1:1. Same crazy feeling as the Lamborghini Poison. Pure fire. Vroom. Vroom, star.2 world-class cars sped off. Watching Jiang Chen's taillights disappear, Yang Yi pumped her fist, fired up. Jiang Chen, I'm gonna lock you down this time. After graduation, I'm marrying you and having your kids. Teacher Yang and his wife heard that. Oh, Lord, they muttered, Grandpa's spinning in his grave. I'm a teacher, a mentor of youth, and my daughter is something else. But if it's Jiang Chen, maybe it's not so bad. Meanwhile, Li Bufan, driving his dad's $15 million Mercedes, pulled over to grab a street crepe, hoping to impress some passers-by. Then he saw two supercars ripping down the road. His eyes bugged out. Holy crap. A Lamborghini Poison. A Koenigsegg 1:1. I'm dead. Li Minghui rolled down the window. Hey, Bufan. Li Bufan dropped his crepe. No way. It's you. That means the car in front is Jiang Chen's. Yep. Gotta run. Later, Li Minghui slammed the window and peeled out. Li Bufan chased after him, yelling, Dude, Li Minghui, wait up. Trade me my Mercedes for your Lamborghini. After a few steps, he gave up, too damn fast. No chance. Suddenly, his Mercedes felt lame, he just wanted to touch that supercar steering wheel. Li Bufan was crushed. We share a last name, but why is there such a huge difference in how we live? I cursed the day I, Li Bufan, was born, doomed to live in eternal night. Oh, get over yourself. You're just being dramatic. Less than 2 hours later, they were back in Dragon City. It was 4 in the afternoon, the Lamborghini Poison was tucked back in the garage, nestled between the Phantom and a tricycle. Jiang Chen parked the Koenigsegg 1:1 and headed to Starbucks for a pick-me-up. The street was buzzing, blasting electronic music. He spotted 6 guys carrying a coffin, topped with a chicken wearing a box on its head.